Imagine me above the trees, a victim of pure imagination. It's so sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. Imagine me above the trees, a victim of pure imagination. It's so sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. I can picture me telling my little bro that it's twisting time. Ain't searching frantic till I find my light just in time to pass it on so he can fire up that super sticky. So we can start the process of getting super lifted. I highly doubt that we can help me eye to eye. Right now, my reach, meet me in open skies. Higher than the past on earth, but that's my favorite line. And OG Cushion, Hindu, all my favorite kind. I gotta smoke that, that's my form of therapy. Stress to kill a motherfucker, I can't let it murder me. They say we'll make you laugh, the same thing will make you cry. Which make it hard to see, and I can't see me saying bye. I love you, Mary Jane, cause you're super chillin'.
What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. It's all love. Things have actually been really great past week and a half, man. Make sure you guys are posting your best play in the chat. I say shout out to everybody in the chat as well, man. If you're coming through, if you bring in the positive energy, you hitting the like button, you know what I'm saying, sharing the show, telling your friends and stuff about the show, man. Shout out to you. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. My guy says songs always gets me in a good mood, man. Especially the beat, man, it just gets me going every single time. I'll never get tired of it. You see what I'm saying? So shout out to Pretentious. Shout out to Jay's brother, RP. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. My brother taught me so much about the streets. Never went to college a day in my life, but literally have like a master's degree in street smarts. And my brother literally taught me everything. It's a major father figure in my life. Literally taught me everything I know. So shout out to my brother, man, RP Justin. I will be playing his song every damn show. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it because it's gonna be happening, man. So Jay, say love the show. Kind regards from Mexico, man. Appreciate you there. But I'm not here to waste your time. Have some great info on today, and let's get straight to it, man. Don't even want to look at the chat too much because I don't want to talk about the specific game yesterday. This team will not be on the fucking show ever again. I don't care. So if you're looking for the team out of Philly on the show, I will not be talking about their games for the foreseeable future. I'm just letting you know right now, but it's all positive vibes. We're trying to get this money, man. It's not even really all about the money. You see what I'm saying? We're really just trying to take care of our families, live a comfortable life, but we have to make some money to do that, pay bill. I know my bill is high as hell, so let's try to get this money today. 4 games on the card. I could probably make a play on every single game, but let's get straight to it here. Let's go over here to Charlotte in this one. Hornets getting a point and a half at the house versus the Pistons in this one. This is a revenge spot as well. Now, these are two really even teams, in my opinion. Now, but the Hornets don't really have a center right now as well. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Steven? I see you, my guy. Bucks team total cash. No, that's a fact there. But I want to take the Pistons here. Now, at first, I do have 4 plays on one game. I might be adding the Pistons. I like the Pistons here, but mainly because this is a revenge spot. They lost in Charlotte 108-107, right? That was a really tough game. The Hornets were balling in that one. But like I said, that was November 6th, so it was almost exactly 2 weeks ago as well. If you look at it, really tight game. Yes, you can see these are 2 even teams, man. As you can see, came down to the wire. It was a 1.5 point spread, just like this one. The Hornets end up winning by 1. I believe Brandon Miller hit a game winner. I believe that was the game winner where Brandon Miller hit that one, if I'm not mistaken. Also, Jalen Duren left that game. He only played 7.5 minutes in that one, and then they were basically without a center. Paul Reed played 12 minutes. He actually did pretty well. Came in and scored 13 points as well. But Isaiah Stewart, he's just not really a center out there. So Duren should be playing a lot more minutes this time around as well. Cade did go crazy. He had 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, a triple-double Cade over there. If you look at the Hornets, they did have Miles Bridges. He did score 27 points with 7 rebounds. He got downgraded to questionable in this game with a knee. And that's not good because if it was anything else other than a knee, I feel like, all right, he's probably going to play. But when you're listed as probable and they get downgraded to questionable and the designation is a knee, That tells me that Miles Bridges might not play in this game. And if Bridges doesn't play, though, I'll tell you this right now, the Hornets are a very improved team. They got a good coach over there, all that. They're not the type of team where they could be missing guys. They're already missing Nick Richards and Mark Williams as well, right? So they don't really have a real center. You got Taj Gibson out here as the center. That's not going to get it done. Running Grant Williams coming off the bench as a center, that's not going to get it done here versus guys like Jalen Duren. Duren's going to probably go for a double-double in this game. Long as he doesn't get hurt, he should own the paint. He might have a couple of blocks. He's going to get double-digit rebounds. He should get double-digit points as well. The lob threat is going to be there. The putback dunks, the offensive rebounds, putbacks is going to be there for Duren all night. I love this Hornets team. This is a bounce-back spot, though, for the Pistons. We know. We faded them with the Bulls their last game. They ran out of gas. Fifth game in seven nights, right? Now they have a couple of days rest coming off that. Now they have revenge here as well versus the Hornets. And I think that Bridges is going to be out. I think the Pistons are the right side in this game. I'm probably getting there with the Pistons, guys, to be honest with you. Last night, I'm looking at it. I had one game that I really liked, and if you listen to the Buckets podcast, you already know for Action Network as well, man. You see what I'm saying? Go download the Action Network app. It's a really great app, man. Some really good people over there as well. Go download that app if you haven't. I'm sure most of my people have, though. It's all free, all type of stuff. But I like the Pistons in this spot. Bounce back. It's a bounce back for them coming off a loss. Before that, they were basically 4-1 against the spread. 4-0-1, however you want to look at it. The Hornets, could possibly have a little bit of locker room issues. We saw that they sat LaMelo Ball in that last game. They should have beat the Nets. They sat LaMelo Ball with like 3 minutes to go, and I believe it went into overtime. No, I didn't go to overtime, but they sat him with 3 minutes to go and ended up losing that game by 1. So you could possibly have LaMelo Ball just kind of might start beefing with Charles Lee a little bit. I hope not too much. I need the Hornets to go over their win total. I need them to make the play-in tournament. But in this particular game, I do feel like that it could possibly have a little bit of carryover. Like, why did you bench me, coach? But regards to that, if Miles Bridges is out, which I'm expecting him to, I think the Pistons are a little bit further on in their full rebuild. Obviously, added some veterans over there. They actually have a center. They actually Cade Cunningham and LaMelo Ball are like, those are two even players in my opinion. But when you, like I said, when you add in Duren, Ivy, guys like that, and the fact that they lost to this team on a buzzer beater for Brandon Miller last game, I think the Pistons will be turned up for this one, coming off a couple days rest as well. Obviously, I'd like for if they were at the house, but even on the road, I think Pistons -2 or the money line. I think that's a spot here, guys. I think I'm gonna sprinkle something here for the Pistons. I really think it's a great bounce back spot for them. They've been playing some really good basketball as well. I like the Pistons to win this game, guys. I think I'm going to get there. Let's go over here to the streets of Toronto in this one. Raptors getting 7.5 at the house versus the Wolves in this one. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have a super strong feel for this game. The Wolves are obviously the better team. Scotty Barnes could possibly come back pretty soon. I don't know his designation for this game, but he did practice 2 days ago. So if he went through a full practice, it's not like he had anything with legs or arms. This was like a eye socket fracture that he had. So if he's going through practice, and I'm sure if he could make wear a mask, I wouldn't be surprised if Scotty Barnes came back in this one, and they need him as well. The Raptors actually don't have a bad squad. They just have a lot of guys that are out right now. Let me see, man. What's going on with my shit? We back, man. I got to get a new cord or something, man. The cord that connects my mic and laptop and this screen and shit be fucking up, man. So it really pisses me off sometimes. But regards to that, Mike Conley and DiVincenzo are questionable in this game. That's something huge here for the Wolves. Even if they don't, because remember, the Wolves don't really have a ton of ball handlers, right? So if Conley or DiVincenzo could be out here, they could possibly be a huge miss. Also, the way that I like to look at games, Julius Randle traveled on this game-winning shot in the last game versus I believe it was the Suns or somebody. The league came out and said, hey, he really traveled in there one, and they probably shouldn't have won that game versus the Suns. I don't like betting on. I usually like to fade teams after they're coming off something like that. Raptors could be the look here. If they get Scotty Barnes back, RJ Barrett is really taking a leap this year as well. The Wolves have not been covering spreads. 1-4 against the spread last 5 games. They're coming off 3 days of rest as well. So while you could argue that they're rested, you could argue that there could be a coming to this game a little bit rusty as well. A lot of things are working against the Wolves here. They have the Celtics on deck. You got Randall that traveled on the last play of the versus the Suns, which means they probably shouldn't have won off the game. They're coming off 3 days of rest, which could possibly get you out of a little bit of basketball rhythm as well. You're going versus Toronto, who you already beat early this season. Didn't cover the spread, I might add. You were up 20 points, and then the Raptors came all the way back and ended up losing that game by 11 and covered the spread. So you have DiVincenzo and Conley. Both of your ball handlers are questionable in this game. It's actually 4 or 5 factors that's working against the Wolves here. I'd lean towards the Raptors here, plus a 7.5. This is a scrappy team at the house as well. We know that they lose games, but they can keep them close. 3-12 straight up, but 10-5 against the spread. It doesn't matter what their overall record is. It matters what their record is against this spread, because they can lose this game by 6, and that's a loss in the win column, in the win-loss column, but it's a win in the ATS, and that's obviously all that matters to us. So I said all that to say I actually lean towards the Raptors plus the 7.5. If I was betting this game, I'd take the Raptors plus the 7.5. Peasy said he has the Raptors plus 8.5 in his pocket. Malcolm says T-Wolves house of disappointment. Thomas likes the over 226 in this one. And the line moving all over the place. I love taking dogs when the line does this. Yeah, now the fact that I look at that they have the Celtics on deck, this is a major look ahead spot for the Wolves here. I guarantee you they want to go out there and ball and show the world that they're for real versus Celtics. It's not showing the world anything versus the Raptors. And then, like I say, Scotty Barnes did practice. He did practice, guys. So don't be surprised if he's upgraded to probable and plays in this game, because it's not like it's anything with a hamstring or something like that. It's just if he can see out of his socket, he should be able to play. Jordan says he has Raptors first half in his pocket. Jamil says they need quickly back. That's a fact. He said, I heard you say books confusing NFL session. I don't fuck the NFL. Top motherfucker in here says he likes Raptors plus a 7.5. Stephen says he's leaning towards Toronto as well. So yeah, I'd lean towards the Raptors here. I don't know if I'm going to get there, but if I was to make a play on this game, it'd definitely be the Raptors plus the 7.5. You know what? Let's get $2 and 2 favorites today. The first favorite will be the Pistons. The first dog would be the Raptors. And let's go over here to the streets of San Antonio in this one, man. And this game, it kind of speaks to me. I want to take the Spurs here. First off, I don't think the Jazz are going anywhere this year. I think they know that. They already beat. So there's a few things working for the Spurs here, right? So obviously Wemby's not going to play, but you do have Chris Paul in. But the Spurs, they're coming off of a win, a confidence-boosting win. They just saw that they could win without Wemby. They just beat the Thunder, of all people, as 9.5-point underdogs at the house. That's working for them. For two, they have – first off, I personally think that the Jazz are tanking. I don't think that they're really interested in winning a lot of games. That's number two. Jordan Clarkson's out, best player off the bench for the Jazz. Jazz aren't the type of team where they could be missing guys. Walker Kessler's still out. If I'm not mistaken, Walker Kessler's still out. And then Jordan Clarkson got downgraded to out as well. Or downgraded to doubtful, unlikely to play. So you got Kessler's out for sure. Clarkson is doubtful. Those are two huge misses for a team that can't really afford to be missing guys. So they'll still have the size advantage here with Collins, Filipkowski, and Markkanen. But like I say, I think they're going to start tanking. That's just my opinion. Also, you have a revenge spot here for the Spurs. They just lost at 6.5-point favorites versus this same Jazz team. That was one of the Jazz only wins this season as well, man. So they lost 111 to 110. They did have Wemby in that one, but the Jazz also had Walker Kessler and they had Clarkson in that one. You see what I'm saying? So that's a huge loss right there as well. So there's 4 things working for the Spurs, bouncing back here at the crib, not bounce back, but getting some revenge here versus the Jazz. I don't think that the Jazz are interested in winning. I'd take the Spurs in this one. I think this is the second favorite that cashed today. I think we see 2 dogs, 2 faves. It'd be really nice if I got all 4 of these right, Miss Will. It'd be really nice, man. I think the Spurs minus the 2.5 or money line is the right side in this game. I think Chris Paul and the rest of the guys, remember, they've gotten veterans over there. So it's not just like last year. It's like, okay, Wemby's out. These motherfuckers trash. No, they have a team over there. Here they got Harrison Barnes, Stephen Castle. Be nice to have Devin Vassell in this game, but still, you still have some ballers over there. I still feel like the Spurs have the much better defensive team here. And as long as they're guarding the 3-point line and are able to shoot the ball at least somewhat decent in this one, they should be able to win this game, man. Let me just look at the stats of that last game. I know so the Jazz had 54 points in the paint in that last game. Spurs only had 34. The Jazz, let me see. So the Jazz shot 30% from three. The Spurs, they did shoot a little bit better from three. They made 7 more threes than them. But you look at the Jazz, they had a lot more twos. They had a lot more twos. They had a lot more success in the paint. So that could happen again. I'll be honest with you, but I think this with the Spurs being a lot more serious team this year. They already lost to the Jazz. Jazz not really interested in winning, in my opinion. And with that being said, I couldn't bet the Jazz here getting 2.5 because you basically need them to win the game. I'd take the Spurs on the money line in this particular game. That's what I think, to be perfectly honest with you, man. I think the Spurs are the right side. I think they win this game, and I take Spurs on the money line. I might get there with Spurs, land the minus 140 with the San Antonio Spurs in this particular game. Let's go over here to LA in this one. Lakers land 5 at the crib versus Magic. I think the Lakers lose this game outright, man. That's just what I think. I'm on the Magic today, and I'm telling you right now, give me the Magic. Give me the Magic first half plus 2.5 and money line. Give me the Magic full game plus the 5 and J Money sprinkle on the money line as well. Obviously, the money line plays are a little bit smaller, but full unit for me. I'm going. I got Jazz. I'll tell you right now, I got Jazz plus 2.5 and money line in my pocket in the first half, and I do like the first half a lot more because the Magic. This is third game in 4 nights, all on the West Coast. Remember, this is an East Coast team. I get this is why y'all fucks with me. You see what I'm saying? Because I tell you all angles of the games. Even though I'm on one side, I still tell you the bad parts for them. The Magic are on a back-to-back. This is third game in 4 nights, and they are playing a super late game, and this is an East Coast team. You see what I'm saying? But I do know that they really want to beat the Lakers. I listen now and I said this yesterday as well. I said I lean Clippers first quarter, full game. I think they get the win. Everything lined up here. So I have to go with my gut. That's why things have been going well lately. I haven't been overthinking it. I've been going with my gut. I've been trusting my instincts. I've been noticing the patterns. You see what I'm saying? Making calculated decisions. That's why things have been going really well lately. And I said last night, I said, I need the Magic to lose to the Clippers. It would be even better if they get blown out. They lost the game by double digits, waved the white flag with about 4 minutes left. Everything lines up well for my play in this particular game. No starter played over 35 minutes. Franz Wagner was the only guy that played 35 minutes. Anybody else, no one played over 30 minutes in this particular game. So they actually are a little bit rested in this one as well. They got smacked up trifecta style versus the Clippers. But the Clippers are a much better defensive team. Remember, Magic aren't the greatest. I know that they don't usually win road games. I know this, but this is a spot that I would like to fade the Lakers, mainly. 6 straight winning streak, 6 games winning streak, right? Who have they beaten? Let's go and look at it. They beat Philly. They beat Toronto. They had barely beat the Grizzlies without John Morant and Desmond Bain and Owen. Then they beat the Spurs, barely could have lost that game as well. That was an NC tournament game. Almost lost to the Pelicans. We see how the Pelicans look. They had to come back from down double digits versus the Pelicans. They were messing around with the Jazz over there as well. You should have smacked the Jazz by 20 points that game. You know what? I think that the Lakers are teetering on a loss. I think it comes here, and I'm watching the Magic last night. It's a lot of things that going into this game, reason why I like it. If you have a really great defense versus the Magic, that's when you can exploit their weakness because they're not the greatest at creating their own shot offensively. They're still lacking that really true ball handler, right? But if you have a great defense like the Clippers did, they locked them up last night. The Lakers right now are bottom 10 defense. Their defense is actually not looking good right now. So you know what that means? That means a team that's not as good offensively can look better versus a defensive team. But not even that. The Lakers have been playing a bunch of soft defensive teams, though. Now, what are they doing? They're going up against a fucking top 5 defensive team in the NBA. They're not going to be leaving Dalton Connect open. They're not going to be leaving. They're going to be on the Lakers' ass like white on rice. Now, could the Lakers make a ton of threes and blow this game open? It's very possible. But you watch how the Magic play really tight, sticky defense. I think it bothers the Lakers here tonight. I'm on the Magic, man. I'm going with my spots. I said if they lost last night versus the Clippers, then I would be taking them here today. And remember, they were land points on the board yesterday. I said all this shit on the show yesterday. It's different when they're land points, expected to win. Now everyone's expecting the Lakers to win, and now the Magic are getting points. I'm on them +5. I got +5 in my pocket with a sprinkle on the money line, and I got +2.5 in the first half with a sprinkle on the money line as well in my pocket. That's 4 plays for me on one game. No props, none of that shit. I'm on the Magic in this one. We're breaking out the ones in this one. You see what I'm saying? So I know no one's gonna like it. I know that the Magic as well. What the home teams are 27-2 last 29 games. I think that the Lakers have been teetering on a loss. We're bullshitting around versus the Jazz. Almost lost versus the Pelicans. Should have lost versus the Spurs as well. Messing around with the Grizzlies. They did smack up the Raptors at the crib, but it's the Raptors. Smacked up Philly, but it's Philly. I think that the Lakers are only three. They're 3-7 against the spread last 10. I think they're teetering on the loss, and I think that they lose this game outright. And I think the Magic in their 6-game win streak in this one. I like the Magic early and often in this one. Could possibly be a trifecta spot, but I like first half plus 2.5 and on a money line in my pocket. Magic plus a 5 and a sprinkle, little J Money sprinkle on the money line in my pocket. That's the spot today, man. So y'all know I'm here to give you the info. I can sit here and talk about these games all fucking day for an hour. I can talk about all this stuff that doesn't matter. I'm here to give you the play. I feel like that's why most of people mess with the show, because we get in, we get out. I give you the info, I give you the plays, and then I'm out of your way. I'm not here to waste your time. I'm not here to waste your day. People got all type of stuff doing, you know what I'm saying, to do. I have stuff to do. I got to go to the casino. Got to go get this money, all this stuff, man. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Everybody that's in the chat, I appreciate you. Shout out to all the members as well, guys. The members got this play last night as well. You don't have to join the channel as a member, but there will be plays that I will be sending out exclusively to the members as well. So I would recommend getting the gold membership, because some plays I only send to the golden members, but even just regular members as well, guys. It does have their perks. I don't do a show on Sundays. If I have plays on Sundays, they will be sent out to the members. So there are some perks, but see what I'm saying? Let's get this cash. Shout out to all the members. I appreciate you guys for the support. Everybody that hits the like button on the show, hit the like button, man. If you've been cashing, if you've been making a little bit of money, if you like the info, if you appreciate me taking my time out of a busy day to do this show for you guys, please hit the like button, man. Can we please get 700 likes on the show one time for the one time, man? And like I say, you hit the like button, you put the positive energy on the plays, and that shit's like, it's like reciprocal. It's gonna come right back to you like a boomerang, and we're gonna cash these plays, man. So these are my looks on all 4 games today, and I'll be perfectly honest with you. I think these shits go 4-0. Starting with the Pistons, I take Pistons money line. I would take Raptors plus the 7.5. I'd take the Spurs on the money line, and like I say, Magic first half plus 2.5 with a sprinkle on the money line in my pocket. Magic plus the 5 full game with a sprinkle on the money line in my pocket. But I think all 4 reads on these games, I think they go really well, in my opinion. That's 2 home teams, 2 road teams, 2 dogs, 2 favorites. It'd be really nice if I got all 4 of these right, man, to be perfectly honest with you, man. So, and I think it's very possible. I like my chances of me getting all 4 of those games. Really close to taking Pistons full game money line. Really close to taking Spurs full game money line. I'm probably gonna get there with both of them. I'm just keeping it honest with you, because I feel that they're the right side. Raptors are probably my least favorite, but I even think that one's cashing with the Wolves. Wolves probably start this game off a little slow. They got the Celtics on deck. We've heard them say that some teams, they just don't really care for playing. Well, guess what? They're going to be turned. And we heard Anthony Edwards say some of these teams, it's hard to get up for them. He said that versus the Blazers. Remember, they lost back-to-back versus Blazers. He said versus the Kings, oh, that's going to be easy to get up for them. We get up for the good teams easy. That tells me that they're not looking ahead to the Celtics. That tells me that. I think them go 4-0. Pistons money line, Raptors plus 7.5, Spurs money line, and Magic plus a 5 as well. I think all 4 of those go 4-0. And like I say, I gave you the plays, man. I gave you the info. It's up to y'all. Bet whatever you like. I never tell people how much to bet, what to bet. I'm telling you what I'm on, and it's up to you to do what from there, man. Shout out to Howard Hopkins. He said, I'm becoming a member today. And shout out to Howard, man. I appreciate y'all for the support, man. It's all love. Let's get this cash today. I hope y'all have a great day. We notice in the patterns. We're trusting ourselves, trusting our instincts. We're making calculated decisions, and we're not having a single regret with our plays as well, man. So even though that Philly play that pissed me off last night, but I still went with my spots and then lost, and now we learn from our mistakes. You see what I'm saying? Now we're not fucking with them no more. So it's all love. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button. I guarantee you we winning today. You hit that like button, I guarantee you we winning today. We get 700 likes on this show. Go drink some water. Go get a workout in. Take a walk or a little jog or something, man. Let's try to get this cash. We rapping and packing these motherfucking bookies up today. Y'all have a good day, baby. Let's get this cash. We will win. I'll be back tomorrow with Jay Briggs on the show, man. Parlay God, Jay. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We out, baby. Let's go. Let's get this cash, man. Let's go to Magic City.